And we're back with GNF Radio. And at the moment, Team GNF is on Zombies, while Michael is on Guitar Hero. And so right now I'm looking at this subject. Farmers fear pigs may get swine flu from people. And it says here that humans have it, pigs don't, at least not yet. And U.S. pork producers are doing everything they can to make sure the new H1N1 virus, known around the world as the swine flu, stays out of their herds. This is the biggest concern, that your herd could somehow contract this illness from an infected person, said Kansas hog farmer Ron Souther, who is banning visitors from his sow barns and requiring maintenance workers, delivery men, and other strangers to report on recent travels and any illness before they step foot on his property. If a person is sick, we don't want you coming anywhere on the farm, Souther said. Those sentiments were echoed by producers around the nation this week as fears of a possible global flu pandemic grew, with more than 200 people sickened, including more than 100 in the United States and at least 177 dead, all but one in Mexico. There is no evidence of this new strain being in our pig populations in the United States. And our concern very much is we don't want a sick human to come into our barns and transmit this new virus to our pigs, said National Pork Producers Chief Veterinarian Jennifer Greiner. If humans give it to pigs, we don't have things like Tamiflu for pigs. We don't have antivirals. We have no treatment other than to give them aspirin, said Greiner. The World Health Organization on Thursday officially declared it would stop calling the new strain of flu swine flu because no pigs in any country had been confirmed to have the illness, and the origination of the strain has not been determined. The never-before-seen H1N1 flu virus, has elements of swine, avian, and human varieties. The pigs behind security fences, still U.S. hog farmers said flu fears have hit them hard in the wallet as hog prices plummeted this week in response. Many countries reacted to the outbreak earlier this week by banning pork or meat from U.S. states that have human cases of the flu, and Egypt ordered the slaughter of all pigs in the country as a precaution. U.S. hog producers have already been struggling financially for more than a year due to poor prices and high feed costs. And if the new flu strain does hit their herds, it could spur further price declines and could potentially spread broadly through herds. To try to protect against such a scenario, industry groups and veterinarians this week warned farmers to step up their biosafety protocols. Keeping pigs in barns behind security fences with access by any outsider is extremely limited. Purdue University veterinarian Sandy Amass said farmers should keep an eye on pigs for coughing, runny nose, fever, and a reduction in feed intake, and to have the animals tested immediately if they exhibit such flu symptoms. Pigs get flu just like people get flu, Amass said. We want to do everything possible so the pigs don't get infected. For Carroll, Iowa producer Craig Rawls, that means if any of his workers feel sick, they are ordered to take time off work, paid, to keep them away from the pigs. It's a real issue, Rawls said. If the pigs get it, there isn't much we can do. Water, aspirin, and bed rest. That's all we've got. Now let me ask you folks, why? Why are we worried about keeping the pigs healthy? I mean, we've got small cases of people dying from this pig flu, and we've found that there's no risk of contracting it through cooked pork meat, despite all the fears that people have. So if this is the case, then I don't understand the issue here, despite a few pig deaths possibly. The fact that I'm even having to talk about this is kind of absurd. But yeah, that's the case there. And let's see. And a Japan pop star's arrest inspires naked t-shirts. In Tokyo, what's wrong with being naked, it said. That's what a Japanese TV star asked police who arrested him for public indecency when he was found drunk, naked, and screaming in a Tokyo park in the earlier hours of the morning last week. His words struck a chord with the public and have now become a slogan on the new range of t-shirts sold by online retailer Club T. They are definitely selling, said company spokeswoman Nanako Shibuya, who said she could not give precise figures. Tsuyoshi Kusanagi, 34, who shot to fame 20 years ago as a member of boy band SMAP, resisted arrest and was bundled into a police vehicle wrapped in a blanket. Media reports said police questioned him at length and also searched his home. Prosecutors decided on Friday not to charge Kusanagi, media reports said. but the incident has sparked sympathy for Kusanagi. Many Japanese complained the slight serious-looking actor was treated too harshly, especially after he appeared close to tears during a news conference he called to apologize for his behavior. One fan threatened online to attack the Akasaka police station where he was held, the Asahi newspaper said last week. Now, I don't know about you, but this changes my my preconception of Japan, because at least when I was there, they seemed so so reserved and kind of stoic. It's kind of crazy to think of one of them being a rambling naked drunk in the streets. But I guess pop stars are the same in every country. Let's see. Women accused, and our next story is woman accused of taking 500 pounds of gold from job. Okay, before I even read the story, how'd she even lug all that gold out of her workplace? But yeah, in New York, the Reuters called her the modern-day Goldfinger, and the New York woman was charged on Wednesday with stealing as much as $12 million in gold bullion and jewelry over a period of 6 years, lifting the ill-gotten booty from her employer by concealing the stash in the lining of her pocketbook. The district attorney of New York City's Borough of Queens said Teresa Tam Bunting, 50, was arraigned on Wednesday on charges of first-degree grand larceny and first-degree criminal possession of stolen property from Jack Mel Jewelry. The defendant is accused of establishing a virtual mining operation which siphoned off millions of dollars worth of precious metal from her employer. Queens District Attorney Richard Brown said in a statement, "On January, an inventory audit conducted at Jack Mill revealed that nearly 850 pounds of gold merchandise worth about $12 million was unaccounted for." Brown's statement added, after an investigation was initiated, Tam Bunting returned to Jack Mill a suitcase containing 66 pounds of gold. On February 13th, an additional 448 pounds of gold was recovered from Tam Bunting's residence, the DA said. Jack Mill's president declined to comment. Spot gold traded at around $890 an ounce on Thursday. Now, that last bit I'm a little confused by, but I think that's interesting. She's able to do that, but it's almost like she tried to save herself somewhat, at least reduce the charges when she knew she was out of luck by returning what she hadn't already pawned off. But yeah, where are criminals like this now? You don't see banks being robbed. You don't see gold being stolen. You don't see trains being hijacked. It's all digital now. I want some more of this stuff. Thanks, lady. Alright, the next story is a repairman accused of peeping at women in the shower. A furnace repairman was accused of poking holes in a bathroom wall where he was working in order to invade a woman's privacy. The 35-year-old man was charged with disorderly conduct and invasion of privacy. Prosecutors said he was servicing a furnace in the basement of a home on March 19th. The 21-year-old woman was showering in an adjacent bathroom. The next day she noticed some holes in the wall. A criminal complaint said the man admitting using a screwdriver to poke holes in the wall in an attempt to see the woman while she was in the bathroom. Police said the man told them he couldn't see anything through the holes. Now, I mean, clearly he doesn't seem like he's a very smart guy, because even if he couldn't see anything through the holes, the mere act of him drilling holes in the wall to try to look in the first place is just enough charges against him. So yeah, go Team Wisconsin. All right, and jury duty. And take the summons and is what the title of this next article is. And in Helena, Montana, a Montana man who replied to a jury summons with an expletive-filled affidavit has apologized to the court on a judge's orders. The Smoking Gun website on Thursday posted the affidavit submitted by Eric Sly of Belgrade to the Gallatin County District Court in January. The document shows Sly asked to be excused from jury duty because he didn't want to lose income. It calls court workers morons and says that the service was a complete waste of time. The automobile painter was ordered by a judge to apologize to court clerks at a hearing last week. His wife Jennifer says her husband couldn't be reached for comment Friday. She says she was the one who wrote it. Now, as much as I agree with Sly's statements or his wife's statements, as it seems, I don't know if I would be quite so bold as to tell that to the court. Because the last thing you want to do is insult the people that you want to let you off the hook. And really, all you should do is just act like the most bigoted asshole you can when you're in there, and then they'll politely dismiss you. That's what I would do.